All right, we got Borderlands 4 is trying to open Pandora's box from Endymion TV. Okay, what is going on with the Borderlands?
Borderlands 4 is actually trying to open Pandora's box and is hoping that none of you notice these things while also promising to be the next great shooting game that will unite all the players and cause a second coming for this franchise. That's if you
Okay,
believe the hype and the trailers at least. However, beneath the
I mean it's a Borderlands game. If you've been around gaming for a while, you know like kind of like what Borderlands is about. It's like one of the uh most iconic games that started the looter shooter genre. I mean, I don't think it was the first, but it was like one of the it was a game that like when it came out, it perfected the formula of looting and shooting, like a shooting version of Diablo. Um yeah, I mean, but since there's been a lot of time in many other games since Borderlands 1, so and it is an FPS, so how much can you really innovate on it? Like, let's be real, guys.
surface, Borderlands 4 has some concerns in it that have still not been addressed, and it's rightfully being called out after concerns are falling seemingly on deaf ears. This
Hmm.
then brings me to some other things I want to talk about first. The collector's edition has also been announced and features all sorts of things for you to enjoy, like a
Okay,
big statue, a cloth map of Kairos, cards,
cool,
golden keys, even a necklace. This
cool.
all sounds great.
Like, everyone likes to shit on like modern day collector's editions, but like, if you really like a developer and you have faith in them and like with what they're gonna do with the game, and you want to show like additional support to the game, and you have like some excess like money or whatever, and understandably this is a lot of like caveats. Well, then sure, go ahead and just buy the expensive version of the game. There's, it's like if you have like a favorite band or something and you want to support them by like, hey, I'll go buy like your. Back in the day, it was like I'll buy your CD, I'll buy your cassette, or I'll buy a shirt or a mug or whatever. Yeah, like this is fine.
Or I mean, it would be, but the problem is that the collector's edition, as seen here in the bottom right,
Uh oh.
doesn't even come with the game when you buy this. Why are companies
Oh yeah, games sold separately. Well, let me go.
great? Or I mean, it would be, but the problem is that the collector's edition, as seen here in the bottom right, doesn't even come with the game when you buy this. Why?
Oof, big oof. Games sold separately. Like what? Borderlands 4 not included. Is required to redeem the golden keys. Shift code must be redeemed by. Wait, what? Shift code must be redeemed by December 31st, 2030. So there's an expiration date on your codes, guys. Don't let those ones digital ones and zeros expire, guys. They'll go bad. For more information and redemption instructions, visit blah 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 blah.
Why are companies doing this? But then Gearbox came in after people were confused as to why this $150 collector's edition didn't even have the game included.
Yeah, that it does sound kind of silly because like there's many, bro. Even like the OG Halo 3 collector's edition with the damn helmet and shit, which I don't remember how much that one was back in the day. I think it was like over $100. I got it. Like even that one, it came with like the metal case. It came with Halo 3.
Gearbox would then say via a post on Twitter, and god damn it, Gearbox with
Yeah,
that profile picture anyway. They
yeah. Gearbox, you guys don't care about this. You really don't. Like, stop virtue signaling. You're not gaining any more sales by putting this up. And if anything, you're probably losing more sales. So just normal business, little box and gear. I think that would have been fine. But hey, it's your company. You do whatever you want.
they said the Echo 4 bundle was mislabeled as a Borderlands 4 collector's edition. This has been corrected on the website.
Oh,
So
so what? Borderlands 4 Echo 4 bundle features exclusive merch and a ship code, and you'll be able to use for golden keys day one. So what? So the $150 collector's edition comes with the game now, finally?
It's not a collector's edition, but it is because it's a bunch of things tied to a game that people want that they can collect to showcase how much they love that franchise by
So this is I feel like an industry like confusion thing. So like they should have said like in bigger text if that was the case of like this is because like most of the time in like the video game industry, it's like when someone says collector's edition, it is industry standard to kind of assume you're gonna get the game too. It is. And when someone messes up like that, like on that infographic with like all the swag, and it's like game not included. Well, I mean, because like it said right down there in the bottom, but like what they could have done is like put a little picture of the game with the stuff included. But if you forgot to put the game, and you only put like a little small thing in the bottom, like was it really a misprint? Or did you just have an initial thought to try to do this to try to confuse the player base? Because if I am like a regular guy and I hear, ooh, collector's edition, so I'm going to get all this shit plus the game. But then I get the collector's edition and then I get all the stuff to my house and realize there's no game. Well, I'm going to feel scammed.
buying it. Yeah, it's a collector's edition. This is like a company firing someone and then the employee going, "How can you fire me?" And the company goes, "No, you misunderstand. We're just promoting you to customer is all." So I wish that was the end of all the, WTFs. However, Borderlands 4 keeps lying regardless, and it's kind of crazy to see. So this is why I wanted to make the video in the first place. So we all know people don't like it when games have stuff like de novo or DRM.
Yep.
And in case you're unaware of what that even is, de novo is a software that game companies put on their games so that their games cannot be pirated because it tracks
Well, and there's a caveat. The game will get pirated. It's just it won't get pirated in maybe like the first day or two. It will get pirated in the upcoming days because a lot of these guys that crack the DRMs or the de novo whatevers, they always crack them. They just do. They view it as like a challenge when like the newest updated version of DRM, de novo, whatever comes out. They view it as a challenge. Like for everything in life, there's always going to be like the bigger fish. And that bigger fish, a lot of the times in their head, whenever they choose to do something and they're really good at it, they're usually doing it at like almost every waking hour of the day until eventually they just get bored of it and just move on to something else. So whenever you like take like what 5-10 years or whatever, however long it takes to make like the newest updated version of DRM, de novo, whatever, you gotta understand, there's someone else somewhere just bumming around in the world doing the same thing that you're trying to do, but they're just trying to crack your shit. All right. And maybe like in the past it took longer. Or like, I mean, because like honestly, like, come on, you like if you guys took AI to try to create like the newest updated version of de novo, you don't think like the new guys aren't gonna try to create some sort of AI to crack that thing to pirate it? Are you kidding me? Okay, whatever.
whether the game is bought for or stolen, and then they can do things like lock that player's account down for, sailing the high seas. But players then noticed on Borderlands 4's Steam page, as seen here, that the game will not only have de novo, but it will also have something called symbiote.
What
Yeah,
the hell is that?
Borderlands 4 is going to have some kind of venom thing showing up in your
What the incorporates third-party DRM, de novo, and symbiote. No shot. Let me see this. Borderlands 4. Uh-oh, where's that at? Sure. Uh-oh. Oh. Incorporates third-party Ooh. Currently, it's not even up there. Uh-oh. 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 Let me... Wait, what can I control F on this? Or was it SYM? Or Sim? Wait. Wait, where is it? It's like somewhere on here. Where the... Oh, similar. Oh, so they took that word off. Oof. Uh-oh.
Your software. So what the hell is going on? So I had to look into this because, like you, I was confused who and what even is Symbiote. I had to go look around. I even asked Grok because information available on Symbiote was very, very light no matter where I looked. What I could find was that Symbiote is apparently a lesser known proprietary version of Denuvo that has likely been developed in-house by Gearbox and 2K, which owns Gearbox.
Oh, so it's just Gearbox's version of their own little quote-unquote anti-cheat. That's cute. I remember when Call of Duty initially came out with Ricochet, and on the same day, there were all these other cheat creators popping off on Twitter saying, "Oh, broke the anti-cheat. Here's keep subscribing to our anti-cheat, guys." Yeah, Ricochet's a joke. You don't think that same thing's gonna happen to Symbiote? That's so stupid. You're not helping yourself at all to try to make like more and more layers just like to prevent pirating. Your game will get pirated. It's just a matter of time. And if that's the case, why are you throttling everybody that is trying to just play the game that actually just paid for your game? All right, like there's gonna be some percentage of a very large, major percentage of people, compared to the people that pirated it, that just want like a high performance optimized version of your game that it doesn't like the performance doesn't get like lack because of Denuvo or Symbiote or whatever. I'd probably say it's like well over like 90% of people are probably just gonna buy the game, is my guess. I don't know how many, like as a percentage, how many people actually like pirate this stuff. I got no idea. The only people that could have an inkling about that is Gearbox or whatever. No.
And while, of course, Gearbox is being coy about this, based on what I've read about Symbiote, is that it's an anti-piracy software that actually works, get this, on the kernel level of your computer system. So not everyone's going to understand what I just said, so let me explain. The kernel of an operating system within a computer is the central core of your computer.
Yeah.
It's like the beating heart, soul, and mind, if you will, of every single computer that is out there. All your hardware and software, it works in tandem with this. When you first turn on your computer, that kernel is the first thing that fires up. And when you turn it off, it's the last thing to shut off, making sure that everything else goes first. So just think of the kernel like the heart of the operating system, and you pretty much understand. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I've been around like anti-cheats for FPS games for forever, and they start throwing around the kernel level anti-cheat. They throw those terms around like it's supposed to scare off the cheat creators or whatever. It doesn't. Bro, there's cheats that don't even have to be on your gaming computer to like work. Like if an anti-cheat is only going to like have influence over the game in your base computer, there's already anti-cheats that work off of like a entire whole separate system that can affect the game and make it seem like it's just a real person. So like I can look at what is happening in like the cheat sphere from FPS games and quickly I mean, because I'm not a technologically like, I don't know anything about like coding or networking or hacking or anything like this, but I can kind of read the writing on the wall. They're trying to add up another layer of Swiss cheese for anti-piracy, which is fine, but it's like 99, almost seemingly 90+% of players that are actually going to pay for the game are going to suffer for it, performance wise. And if that's the case, it's going to show on the Steam reviews. Just look at Monster Hunter Wilds recently.
Okay, so this symbiote thing that 2K and Gearbox have developed will, if you buy the game on Steam anyways, it will latch on to the very heart of your computer's entire infrastructure when you buy and install Borderlands 4.
Ooh.
The problem here is twofold. One is that de novo, or DRM, can cause all sorts of problems for your computer when you play games that have this anti-piracy software installed, obviously. Things like your frames per second dropping can cause really bad lag, and in extreme cases, can even shorten the lifespan of the cause really bad.
Why the hell is this pertinent information? And I just noticed this. Why is this pertinent information to have like a gigantic circle with the PlayStation button symbol like right next to the name? Why does it matter? Like, why do I need to know that's the console, bro? Like, what are we doing? We're just figuring out random shit to add to the visual clutter of the game. I didn't notice this in any other like video until right now. Why is it important for me to know that that's a PlayStation bro with a button right next to his name? Why can't it just be his name?
Bad lag, and in extreme cases, can even shorten the lifespan of the entire computer itself, like the SSD, for example, or solid state drive. So you know the thing that your data is saved on in your computer, DRM kind of makes the integrity of that thing worse, and also lasts shorter because of what it requires and does to your computer. So, this is why so many people are vocally against DRM or de novo and downright refuse to buy games on PC, especially if those games implement those softwares onto your computer. With Symbiote, which is again this new form of DRM, assumingly designed by Gearbox themselves, this opens up a new path to Pandora.
How long did it take for him to make that, and how many versions of it or iterations of it are there? Is this like, I would assume this is most like up-to-date version or whatever, right? Surely this will go over well for every type of computer that this game is going to get downloaded on, right?
Pandora's box again that we really don't know the full extent of until this comes out for sure and players experience it firsthand. But Symbiote is theorized based on what I've read in research that it could not only impact your system stability, but also cause problems with other software on your computer as well. Of course, it also raises major privacy and security concerns with deeper system monitoring that you might not even be aware of. So I already know some people will say, so what's the big deal? How is DRM or this symbiote even bad? Well, a lot of reasons actually. The argument that players have against DRM is that it's unethical and actually only harms the paying customer in the end. It's alluded to say, you go buy a toaster or like a fridge, but in order for you to have that toaster or fridge in your home, some guy needs to show up to install a security camera in every single room of your house to watch you. Otherwise, you can't use that toaster or your fridge or anything else. That would obviously be a major security risk, not to mention it would be really freaky and weird not knowing that someone is literally watching everything you do 24/7. And in actual
and it's like, is this an anti-cheat to stop me from like cheating in the game? I mean, this just goes along the argument line of, I bought the game, it's now mine, I can do with it whatever I want to, so long as I'm not affecting anybody else in the game or anything like that. Because like, I'm pretty sure, doesn't Borderlands have like an offline mode or whatever? What if I just want to play offline mode and just mod the shit out of the game? Can I not do that now because of this little symbiote thing?
Actuality, while you may think DRM might reduce piracy, it actually does the exact opposite. It's kind of been a hot topic for a long time now since
DRM, the cracks are starting to show.
Even GameDeveloper.com had articles
DRM and piracy perspective from pirate to content creator. This person from Cactus Games summarizes his personal experience and thoughts regarding DRM and piracy. How would these affect a small indie dev such as ourselves?
all the way back in 2013, as you can see here, discussing why
Yeah.
DRM will never actually stop piracy.
Damn, that's like a millennia ago.
But in fact, it will only make it far, far worse, which it actually has. As seen here in this article from Muso.com, which reads, regardless of the truth about performance, software bloat, and connectivity issues, the strength of feeling in the gaming community is huge. DRM is accused of being anti-consumer and are perceived as being to the detriment of player experience. For game studios, it's a very quick way to alienate your target market.
So, yeah, regardless of whether or not, I mean, it says regardless of the truth about the performance. So maybe it comes out symbiote and it has absolutely no effect on performance. So it actually, therefore, hasn't really changed the overall vibe that gamers feel about DRM. It's still bad.
They also state
because the DRM only serves to not be a benefit to the consumer. Like, how does adding another layer of Swiss cheese from the anti-piracy, assuming you paid for the game, how does that benefit you? It doesn't.
Seen here that DRM increases the file size required by a game and in some scenarios has been accused of reducing gameplay frame rate and limiting performance. Also, that DRM has to regularly verify legal ownership of the content, which obviously requires online connectivity.
Oh, always online. Always have to be always online to play your single player solo game. I get it. Like, Borderlands can be multiplayer, but what if I just want to get the game and just play offline? I mean, I'm sure I'm going to be able to do that.
Such cases, people can't even play their games unless they're connected to the internet 24/7. So it's a failsafe in theory against piracy, but doesn't fully work as intended. Even game studios are losing hope in its implementation, like Capcom, for example, where they've had their games hacked regardless of DRM being implemented in the first place. As Muso says here, game studios and distributors need to protect their content online and take a stand against piracy, but the chosen strategy should not undermine the core product or hijack the conversation around a release. Gaming creates huge and passionate fan bases which need to be nurtured. Fans should not be left feeling as though their gameplay is being hindered, and it's exactly that. It's not a one-fix-all solution. And it's also created new problems that wouldn't have existed if DRM was never made a thing in the first place. As Fortinet says here,
we're going to see the performance when it comes out. It's if we got people saying that, like, oh, if this game has like poor performance on day one, it's gonna be a shit show.
In their article, while it does enable some level of protection such as assets and so on from various creatives like game makers or maybe even authors, it's supposed to in theory avoid any legal problems that could arise from it. But regardless, it's hurting the wrong people in the long run. Because DRM doesn't affect the pirates of these content things, because all it really takes is one person who's skilled enough to crack it.
Yeah.
And then the open seas of piracy are now open to all, and the DRM on that game means absolutely nothing to them anymore. So in turn, the DRM then only affects you who actually buys the game legitimately. But since a lot of people, out of principle alone, don't buy games with DRM because of that very reason, it can also lead to lower sales for games that do have it.
I mean, yeah, but like, I think that percentage of people is also pretty slim. I mean, like, come on, like, people all of a sudden getting like some sort of morality, ego thing of like, does this game got DRM? Yes, no. Yes, it's got DRM. I'm not buying it. Nope. No. Gamers, no, are spineless, feckless. No. Absolutely not.
Although this implementation of DRM might sound good, in Borderlands 4's case, all it will actually do is just harm the players who buy the game on Steam specifically, because now they aren't just having their computer's internal systems compromised, but now they will have this questionably named symbiote DRM software that allegedly ties itself to the very kernel of your computer's operating system as well. So now you're getting double screwed for buying Borderlands 4 on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, DRM can also be used to mask poor sales from executives. They could claim, oh, the game didn't sell well because those damn pirates pirated our game. But the reality is that they only pirated it because you implemented DRM and then some in the first place.
Yeah.
Even
It's like when you remember, like as a parent, you're like whenever your parents told you to not do something that made it more, that was like added incentivization for you to do it. Don't do this. Oh, I'm gonna go do that. Don't do that. I'm gonna go do that. It's like the more layers you add to the anti-piracy thing, you just invite more and more people to try to crack the game. That's what it's doing. You're at what is it, that effect? The Barbra Streisand effect, where it's like the more attention you draw to it, the more likely it is people will do it to do the thing that you don't want them to do. Ugh.
mobile games use their own versions of DRM to control how their games are accessed by implementing things like daily server side checks and licensing verifications. So while yes, it is an industry-wise used tactic, it's not a popular one, obviously. Gearbox has clearly implemented this now double DRM whammy on people, hoping that they wouldn't notice it amidst, that good PR with the $70 price point that they confirmed. And while that price is nice, it just now means that Steam players specifically will be paying another way. And sadly, like I said, the majority of PC players who don't know these things inside and out are going to be the biggest victims of things like this.
I mean, I didn't know. I mean, shit, like they already changed that shit on Steam. They took that thing off.
And the video that I made before this one was about Activision Blizzard, and by extension, Microsoft and Nintendo, forcing player behaviors to accept a you'll own nothing and be happy future when it comes to how you enjoy the content that you pay for. And what Gearbox has done here now is similarly being done to see if players will accept things like not one, but two different forms of anti-piracy invasion softwares on their computers when they buy these games. And Symbiote, as it seems anyway, is going to be like a super throttled version of DRM. And if those claims are true that it does latch itself to the kernel of your computer, at that point, Gearbox will have any and all info they want on you when you play Borderlands 4. And this symbiote software, combined with how Gearbox updated the user agreements on their other Borderlands games, which also led to a mass review bombing as
Steam used our review bombing the Borderlands games following Take-Two's new user agreement. I don't feel comfortable with the terms of service. Fans are dubbing the action RPGs spyware. Oh shit, is that true? I gotta see this. Let me see. Borderlands 1. There's regular. Okay, there's 3. Well, let me just see 3. Oh, recent. Mostly negative. Oof. Let me see. Yup. Bang. Updated it. Yup. I mean, was it June 6th? June. They'll steal and sell your information. Yup. Okay. I mean, a lot of up thumbs. A lot of up thumbs. Oh, I've been longtime fans. June 1st. Just file is a single player multiplayer game. Blah, blah, blah. EULA end user license agreement. Yup. What the fuck? Okay, that's Borderlands 3. Let me see. Borderlands Dose. Overwhelmingly negative. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, almost 10,000? Overwhelming. What the? Whoa. Wait, June 8th. I guess this was the day they did it, and then it's just like tapering off. Oh my god. It's very positive, guys. Off-topic review activity detected. Off-topic. Well, isn't the ULA on topic of the game? It should be illegal to change the terms of service after or user agreements on a non-live service game. Oh my god. Let me see. Oh, that was 2. Borderlands. Oh my god. Pre-sequel. Who the fuck is buying that? Where's 1? Can I not get 1 on Steam? I have to be able to get 1 on Steam. 2 pre-sequel. Okay, there's 1. Mostly negative. Pre-release review. Oh, yep. Big con. Mods are a bannable offense. Don't mod the game. Display of cheats exploit is bannable. What? Who cares if you're like fucking around with mods and cheats in like OG Borderlands? Are you kidding me? All of a sudden, we're gonna try to have some sort of like ego about competitive integrity about a game. Like, when was Borderlands 1 released? When was Borderlands 1 released on Steam? Oh, no, what are we doing, guys? We don't have like anything better to do with our time. This is where the increasing developmental cost is going. Oh yeah, if I hear any dev say any bullshit about increasing developmental cost, oh my god, I'm just gonna laugh at him. Oh my god.
Players didn't feel comfortable with the new terms of service as seen here. It seems like, to me anyway, that what Gearbox and 2K are doing are trying to push this mentality that they will only let you play their games if you allow them to essentially have all the user data they could possibly want from you down to your most private levels. It would be like going to a car dealership and they're like, yeah, we'll sell you a car, but only if you give us access to all the photos and videos on your phone. We also want to see your bank account whenever we want, and oh yeah, no more private conversations for you either. And anytime you FaceTime someone, just know we're going to be watching what you do too. But don't worry, enjoy that car you just bought. This is what Borderlands 4 is going to do to your PC pretty much, if this is to be believed. They're going to own copies of all of your data, from your personal info down to having access to your entire computer system operations. So while sure, you get the brand, new shiny Borderlands game. Oh wow, look at the shooting. Wow, it looks so great. And you get to run around and collect guns and more. Underneath that all, Gearbox and 2K, they're pretty much going to have access to everything you are in exchange for that game. And then, if this new symbiote software becomes, widely accepted, where does the
I don't think it'll become widely accepted. Do not think about that.
line of too much invasion of privacy begin and end then? But that's what I got for you there. And next, I want to talk about some of the more positive aspects of the game before I close out this video. But you know all the story by now, right? Randy Pitchford says only real fans can buy the game.
Yeah, I think he went back on that, and he quickly realized what a bonehead statement that was. Yeah, that went over real well with the HR or the stockholders or whatever, however it goes. No, you're not sorry about it. You're just sorry you got caught and everybody called you out on your stupid stuff. So, no.
Internet imploded, and now we got confirmation on how expensive this game will really be. As Randy Pitchford himself confirms here, Borderlands 4 will be $70.
Yeah.
Not $80 at launch like...
He probably single-handedly fucked that up with that one single statement to make it not $80. If you're a real fan, you'll pay $8. He deserves all the blame for that one. what little chance that that game had of releasing at 80 got absolutely nuked by him saying that.
most other games from Nintendo or even Microsoft. No doubt this was decided last minute to sway the discussion towards, positivity, especially with that symbiote.
Well, shit, Randy, you said some stupid stuff on the internet, and now we gotta release the game at $70. God darn it.
Stuff, my god. But anyway, Randy says, you showed them, he means the investors and whatnot, and now we must show them that this price point will be rewarded in kind. Personally, I do think, regardless at this point, that Borderlands 4 will probably, sell well. I don't really see the game flopping. Sure,
Yeah.
Borderlands may not have the same staying power it once had, especially after 3.
So with all of the recent like every game has like some sort of ego about them to say like thank you for 3 million copies or players or whatever. Thank you for, it's always around 3 million, which is like hilarious to me. How many copies is Borderlands 4 going to sell? Like knee jerk, like maybe like a couple days or a week or however long. How many do we think? Like somewhere between 5 and 10 million ish. I think it'll be like pretty good. Pretty sure it'll be over 3. I mean, shit. Like Monster Hunter Wilds is like after 2 months, I think, is up to like 14 million copies or something like that. So potentially upwards. I mean, I don't know. I'm saying at least on like the first like month-ish, somewhere between 5 and 10 mil, maybe more. I don't know.
God awful story and that movie that came and went, but it does
Yeah,
seem like, as a video game, anyways, that Gearbox is learning from their mistakes and truly do want to give fans the game they deserve, piracy and anti-software aside, I guess. But there's a
maybe.
lot more than just the price, however. Of course, some places decided to, clap back, like Kotaku here with their article,
Mm-hmm.
saying that all this drama was for nothing, which, no, Kotaku, it wasn't for nothing.
No. You know who started the drama? The Randy dude by saying some ignorant things. That's who started the drama. And then, well, think about it like this: if he didn't say that, there would have been no drama. If he said something and everybody praised him, then it would have just been praise, and he would have liked that. But since he said the dumb thing, then it's drama. Everybody wants the praise and not the drama. The gray area is trying to figure out, trying to get a pulse on what gamers want.
Actually, the pushback was rightfully aimed at Gearbox and Randy for being morons, and people, in fact, do not want new games to cost this new price point. And the fact the game had to make a big splash to confirm its $70 proves that the backlash was warranted and actually worked. But of course, this is Kotaku we're talking about, which is, ran by morons. I'm still surprised that Kotaku even exists still. But I guess cockroaches always find a way to survive no matter what. That being said, beyond that $70 price point, there's other stuff that's kind of WTF to talk about surrounding the game.
Ooh.
For starters, from GameSpot, Borderlands 4 post-launch plans include new Vault Hunters, but they won't be free.
I mean, that's weird. Post-launch plans include new Vault Hunters. I mean, they did this in 2 with the summon robot lady and Krieg. What was her name? Cage or something?
Too long, didn't read version. These new Vault Hunters will be added to Borderlands 4 via their more expensive editions. For example,
I mean, but like when Krieg and what was it? Let me see. All Vault Hunters in Borderlands 2. Gage, not Cage, Jesus. So Gage, and where the hell is Krieg? No, not. Okay. Where is Krieg? So those two, Krieg and Gage. Okay. Let me ask this. When were Krieg and Gage released in Borderlands 2? Krieg the Psycho Bandit was released as a playable character in Borderlands on May 13th. Okay. Then I have to quickly ask, when was Borderlands 2 released? Okay, about a, what is it? About a year? So September, October, November, February, March, April, May. No. September, January. Wait. September, January, February, March, April, May. Okay, so I mean that's like okay, math is hard, whatever. About somewhere between 6 months and 12 months after. But if they're only going to just do it as like DLC, like on day one, that's super shitty. Are you kidding me? And what is it going to be? Like $10 a character? So what? It's like, oh, I only pay $70 for the game, but if I want to play the characters, it's going to end up being like $80, and then I want both characters, $90. Oh, wow. See, Krieg and Gage came out like so far after. If these guys have those characters come out on day one, or even like week one, that's gonna be some shit, dude.
Super Deluxe Edition, which costs about $130 American, will have these new Vault Hunters included with that price when you buy it. Beyond this, Gearbox is
That's super fucked.
also going to add a new region to Kairos, which is the planet that the game takes.
And they're adding like, bro, this is like the most scumbag way to like incorporate like DLC. This is all gonna be like day one DLC. You could buy the base game, or you could buy the tier 2 version of the game, where it's like it's the true game. And if you only bought the base game, you got like maybe like only like a hamburger, whereas the tier 2 version of the game, it's like a hamburger, a fries, and a drink, and maybe some chicken nuggets. What? Bro, this is so like it is. It's like you take one step forward and then it's two steps back. I am so disappointed.
Takes place on, in case you didn't know. And this new region and such will, as seen here, add new storylines, side missions, and tighter focused content. So I assume gameplay that will be more linear, which is fine by me. Each of these bounty packs, they're called, as seen here, will have new areas, missions, loot, vehicles, and more tied to each of them as well. Before people freak out, this is nothing really new. Borderlands has routinely paywalled new Vault Hunters and areas behind DLCs in the past.
Yeah.
Think the original Mad Moxie DLC, characters like Krieg, Gage, and more, they were all DLC as well. So this is pretty standard.
Yeah, but the DLC came out like over 6 months after the game released. If these characters come out on day one, it's not gonna look good. 100%. Because if that's the case, why didn't you just include them with the game?
Practices for Gearbox, although currently I don't know the price points of these bounty packs. That being said, Randy Pitchford has also confirmed, as seen here from Insider Gaming, that he believes that Borderlands 4 will earn its value once players see exactly how much is on offer here, and honestly, I do believe him. The game does look good.
No. No. I really doubt it.
Good, besides the whole symbiote thing. But Randy had some words to say about fans being worried about Borderlands 4 getting too greedy and screwing them over. Here's what he said. I think we see the angst about it most with the games people care about the most. The more someone cares about a game, the more the friction of that pricing is in the way. But look it's all going to be fine. It's all going to work out. Maybe there are some people where that $10 difference is super, super meaningful.
So this is the part where he just gives away like his ace in the sleeve. So essentially, what he is implying is that he wanted to release it at $80 because it's super, super meaningful. $10 times what? Like, let's lowball it, or like, I don't know, average it. Say like 5 million copies. $10. All right, that's a lot of money. Okay, that he's missing out on. But from a video game hobbyist perspective, what does it really mean? A $10 difference? Yes, it's $10. That is, depending on what job you have, like an hour of extra work. Or maybe it's 2 hours or whatever. Okay? Now, from a video game hobbyist perspective, okay, no shit, he's talking to everybody that's trying to interact and buy the game. This is an appeal to try to, it's like, if you, this is again, he's saying the same thing. From a video game hobbyist perspective, he's literally saying a synonymous statement as, if you're a real gamer or a real fan, you'll buy it. What does it really mean? All right, well, you tell me, what does it really mean, Randy? What is $10? I mean, you're over here huffing and puffing a whole lot about the whole $10 difference. Why increase it by $10? Why separate all the characters? Because, I mean, who knows how much the character is going to be? It's probably going to be like $10 a character, guarantee. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and it's only like $5 a character. Ooh. You tell me, Randy, from a video game developer standpoint, what does it really mean, the $10 difference in a video game? You tell me.
But from a video game hobbyist perspective, what does it really mean, the $10 difference? It means that you can't buy some $10 indie game, or that there was a $30 game that now you can only buy a $20 game. Like, how tight is it? We're talking about people.
You tell me, Randy, how tight is the increasing developmental cost, where you need to increase the base price of the game and separate all the DLCs and put like a bunch of microtransactions on the game? You tell me, how tight is it? All right, I got my money like right where my money is not going anywhere. It's in my pocket. Okay. You tell me, sell me on why I should buy your like lunchable ass separated like the Lego ass game where you have to like assemble it with all the DLCs, the microtransactions. You tell me.
People that own consoles and own game ready PCs here. We're not talking about homeless people. I'm not trying to be light about anything. The world's the world, man. We're all in it, doing the best we can. Everybody's just struggling, doing the best they can.
Well, yes, you are trying to be light about it because it's just $10. You said it's just $10. How tight is it? How tight are the developmental costs?
He keeps going. The expectation should be that it's a premium game. It has a premium.
It's a premium game. It's another $70 game. Sell me on why this $70 game is a special snowflake versus the other $70 game. Why should I buy the game right now at this fixed price point with all of your microtransactions versus me just going through my backlog and playing a game, or at least a couple games, wait for your game to go on sale? Again, I'll ask you, why should I play your game right now? And you can't use FOMO. Can I just wait like a year or so when it goes on sale? I'll get that premium game on sale, won't I? I think I will. It's happened with every other Borderlands, right?
Price, and that it launches as a full-featured incredible value product that we might add more things to if you want to spend more time with it. It's not a live service conceit. It's not a microtransactions based business model. Borderlands 4 is absolutely committing to the bit. It is a premium game. Look, I do believe.
Honestly, I wish he would have said it's a quadruple A game. He really wanted to say it's a quadruple A game. It's quadruple A Borderlands. But understandably, he saw the floundering that Ubisoft did, and he's like, God dang it. And it would have went so well. Borderlands, Forderlands, quadruple A's, 4A's. It would have went so well.
Believe that Borderlands 4 will definitely be worth the asking price, or at least hopefully anyway. I will be reviewing the game when it launches, and I do think that the biggest green flag for me for this game is the promise that its humor won't be R to the tarded like it was in the past. I mean,
I mean,
Borderlands
we'll
3 was
see.
like the event horizon of bad jokes. That game was just terrified to just
Oh,
let
yeah.
you play without some weirdo screaming in your ear every 5 seconds trying to drop another horrible joke to you. Actually, Borderlands 3 story and characters were so annoying, if I wasn't doing the main missions, I frankly just muted the game and listened to a podcast or music instead. Not only because the side missions story
I did the same thing, but I just listened to music. I was like, wow, this is a really great game when all I have is music to listen to. I don't got people like yapping at me. I 100% did the same thing.
wise were boring, which they were, but I just grew tired of some guy yelling all the time when I just wanted to play the game. So Borderlands 4 looks to tone this down, and honestly, thank God for that. It doesn't mean it can't still be funny, but I do think we can all agree that humor is best when it's used sparingly and smart. Not 100% 24/7 in your face all the time like Borderlands 3 tried and failed miserably at. That being said, it's not all Gearbox is working to fix. As seen here from Games Radar, they want to fix every problem.
Borderlands 4 isn't a cynical sequel that's only being made to meet the market. Okay, well, what do you mean? Like, this is to meet, but because Gearbox wants to improve movement like it improved Borderlands 3's gunplay. So, like, whenever you're comparing like looter shooters, you are comparing not just to yourself in the past, which is like a healthy thing to do. It's like because you see like the evolution of each Borderlands. But the, the unfriendly truth is that you have to compare this looter shooter to every other looter shooter. And if you're trying to get on the movement train, I mean, that's fine and dandy. That's great. Competition breeds excellence in something like this. That's crazy. But you're not only competing against every other looter shooter, you're competing against, like I said in a previous video a while ago, you're competing against the backlog of gamers, all the other games that they have to play. You know, it's Borderlands. It's going to go on sale a year later or however long. Every other game has done it.
Problem that Borderlands 3 has had with this sequel. And this is all great and dandy, I'm not gonna lie, they're bringing value to the game, they want to fix the problems and not beat you over the head with stupid jokes 24/7. And this game is probably going to be great to play, and nothing wrong could be happening at all with it right. Well, if you take what I said about Symbiote and more, it just makes things seem more concerning than really anything else. But I
Mm-hmm.
guess before I end this video, let me ask you guys, how far is too far for you? Is DRM already enough for you to say no to everything? What about
I mean, all of that stuff. I mean, it's already like a big maybe for me on whether or not like. And I've seen like gameplay on the game. It looks like any other Borderlands except the people are in the air a little bit more or something, which is fine. It's something to look forward to. But like it's all this like little things that just add up, and also knowing that there's like a time constraint of FOMO that they always try to play. The added like the double DRM, the game being broken up into many microtransactions. It's like a bunch of little things just are a big turnoff. And I don't know. I'll probably wait for the reviews.
this whole symbiote thing? And how about the whole EULA, changes that are still a thing on every Gearbox game as well? Is the invasion of privacy getting too much for you, or are you okay with it to stop piracy, I guess? Or are you just so hyped for this game that none of this really matters and you're just going to buy it anyways? Let me know in the comments.
We'll
Thanks for
see.
watching, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
We shall see. We will wait for the reviews. It just depends on, I don't know. If I'm playing something and the game comes out, and then I'll probably not buy it on day one. Like if I'm playing something else, I'll see it. I'll probably have it on like the side monitor. Be like, oh, what's the vibe, everybody? And everyone will come out with their little reviews of whatnot, because like on day one, everybody has their review all the way out already. All right, that's how it goes. So we'll see what the reviews say. But overall, cool video. Did not know about double DRM, and on Steam they kind of backpedaled or took it off. I don't know what the heck happened, but did not know about all that other Borderlands like EOLA update bullshit. I mean, this game needs to hit like a home run, dude. I mean, I think it'll be pretty good, but like, who knows? I'm not like sweating too hard about it. Overall, cool video. I like Borderlands. I've been a fan. I think did I play every game? I didn't play Tiny Tina's Wonder or whatever lands. Other than that, yeah. Good video. Keep it up. Go check out Endymion. Good dude. But yeah, other than that, that's it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.